Hi everybody. Hi. Welcome to today's reading, daily reading. I almost said today's mental reading. Okay, why? Today's reading is for November 8th, 2019, but please know that these energies are definitely fluid and they can apply at any time that you chance upon this video. And anything that is in here is fair game to resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, so let's also welcome our angels and guides who are sitting right next to us so that we all can get on here. All right, so let's jump in. So for today's reading comes to us clearly for the feminine. We're not only talking to the feminine, but the feminine energy is coming through as well. But this doesn't only mean just people who have the feminine or who are of a female gender here on earth. It's everybody, because this is the feminine aspect. Okay, so if this reading resonates for you, yay. Let's take a look. So first of all, Spirit is coming through, and they're coming through to talk to you a little bit because you may find yourself in a space where you have just been indecisive about things. Oh, you know what? I do have a message that wanted to come through first, so let me honor that. This one's a personal message, and I'll see if personal messages come through later as well. But let's pause this. This one's kind of important. So there's somebody on this call. Your angels and guides are reaching out to you. They were giving me the image of a garage, and so with this garage, they're saying that you're peddling something from out of your garage, and their message is simply stop that. Okay, and it's not a laughing matter, but these are very serious. They're saying stop that. So the reason that they're saying it's unbecoming and it's dangerous for you. They say that we see an attack underway. This has a sexual under the skirt kind of feel to it. I'm adding that. This has a I wrote it down. This has a sexual under the skirt kind of feel to it. But at the same time, when I first started getting the energy, it felt like something that was being peddled was related to tapes. So out of your garage. I'm also, now that I'm feeling more into the energy, I'm actually seeing a parking garage. This could be, of course, at first I thought about it as being a garage in your home garage, but this could very well be a parking garage, like where people park their cars and such publicly, or for some kind of business or something, a structure of some sort. Whatever it is, if this fits, you'll know if it's you. It's and they're saying that, again, they're just saying stop that. There's a very strong sense from them of don't do that, we see you. That kind of, it's like when they're really coming and they talk, sometimes there's this, especially if it's your guards or if it's more of the like authoritative energies, they're like, don't do that, we see you. And it's a sense of disapproval that they're bringing through. And what they're saying basically is all that you're doing is being known. Okay, so you need to cut that out, whatever it is. So when we ask about what's being peddled here, it's definitely of a sexual nature. It's either sex, you're either peddling your own sex, or it's related to tapes like porno, maybe child pornography, something to that effect is being peddled out of a garage. So thank you to everyone on the call who are being patient to. Where's my grammar? Thank you to everyone on the call who is being patient for allowing any and all personal messages to come through, because I do literally tell Spirit that I welcome personal messages through my readings, and that's why so many come through. All right, so thank you so much. Whoever that's for, please do stop that, because that's it. They didn't use the word morally wrong, but it felt like, because that's a whole nother conversation about morality, but this has a feeling of being really on the dark side of morality. So not only that, but also there's they're saying vicious attack that is going to come through this situation. Okay, so I'm seeing this straight down the alley kind of thing. So whatever this is, I would abstain from it like immediately. When we say abstain, they're saying just cut it out. Don't ever go back there again. Don't ever do whatever it is you're doing. Hang it up. Consider that you've already finished, because the last thing that you did for this activity, related to this activity, was the last thing. that you've ever done, that you will have ever done for this activity, because I feel like it's on the verge. Like if you go back even one more time, that could be it. So if you're watching this video, that's definitely for you. And if you are watching this video and you know what that is about, then I would suggest that you connect with your guides, and they can help you and advise you on how best to work through that. Okay, so thank you so much, Spirit, and for reaching out to people. Guys, let's all say thank you, and hope that situation is resolved in the best way possible for our highest good. Which brings me to what I completely forgot to do. Remember, I'm doing this for the month of November until I ground this energy that needs to come in. I am happy and at peace with what is unfolding for my highest good. I just wanted to report to you guys that as I said that, I did not feel any resistance. Thank you so much, Spirit, but that's after working on it between yesterday and today. Okay, I will say one more note about that, because I think it's important for those of you who are joining me on this with this activity in saying our as we check in daily, saying our affirmation and really feeling into the emotions of it. Keep going. I'm going to, and I'd like you to as well. You will notice when the energies start to get grounded, and because number one, you will start to feel less resistance to it. Know that resistance may come up, may increase and decrease based on how you're viewing it, how you, I guess, romance yourself into it. Like you may read it the first time and feel heavy resistance, but as you feel into it, as you work on yourself, maybe even 5 to 10 minutes later, you'll register less resistance to it. That resistance is going to decrease over time with every day that you do it, with each sitting that you do it at. So another way that you'll notice when the energies are being grounded is that you will see, seeing it in this card here, you will see that the things will start to manifest around you to help support you in that. So for example, you'll start to hear certain words that you may have used in your affirmation a little bit more often. You might start seeing videos that relate to the same concept. You may have conversations brought up to you by people in your life. Whatever it is, you may also see yourself, register yourself as starting to think in line with that with that affirmation before you even officially sit down to do it for the day. You may also start to see that things come up to, not to say challenge, it may seem like things are coming up to challenge this, like things that make me unhappy or make me not at peace and make me start to question the path I'm on. Am I on the path of my highest good? Please know that these things are popping up not to challenge this. They're popping up because this is wanting to arise or to be made visible through those illusions that we have, those blockages. So the only reason we'd have resistance to this truth, because this is true, this is definitely true, you have to take this as a truth. It is a truth. And the reason why I register a resistance to it is because I have misperceptions, blockages, things like that that are blocking this, and that's why those two are discordant energies. And of course I'm going to continue to believe the negative of that negative side of that coin, the shadow side, until it starts to dissipate. And you may find that you may register things like being a challenge to this, but actually that's not it. It's just that this is trying to break into your consciousness and be visible to you as your default. And as that happens, you feel that resistance. All right, so you may think that things are popping up to challenge it, or we may use terms like, oh, this is happening because I need to release, and oh, this, but all it is that you're getting closer to your target. So keep going. You're starting to be able to see that truth and perceive of that truth, and eventually the resistance will start to dissipate, and you will start to see the truth of, it's off camera, the truth of what really is. And that's all there is to it. Okay, let me take a quick sip of my hot beverage. This one's good. Yes, has cinnamon floating in it. All right, so thank you so much for being patient. Let's continue on. So Spirit, God bless them, Spirit is finding you today. Oh, did I move that? Excuse me. All right. Spirit is finding you guys today, myself included, in a place where many of us have been feeling unsure about ourselves. We've been, look at this, Some of us, I'm picking up on the call, may even have taken a back seat. You may have even got to this place where you're like, I'm trying to give up. Some of you may call it surrender. And for some of you, you really are surrendering to the divine and allowing these forces to play out, especially under this Scorpio moon that we just had, the new moon in Scorpio. We're also coming up to a full moon. I gotta check what that is, but I'm really affected by the moons, guys. So I expect that to come. But some of you may be doing that, but some of you may be saying you are, but really you're just taking a back seat and you've checked out. So in that sense, you need to get back into your life, in a sense. Now, Spirit is also coming through with this reading today to acknowledge that some of you are trying hard to keep a lid on all these emotions and all of these things. Some are, oopsies. Oh my God, I could not stop laughing on that one. Bring it down, God, bring it down. Anyway, I refuse to edit that out. All right, so anyway, yes, so what I was saying is some of you may even have been trying to escape. Now, speaking of bringing it down, that's so funny because as I was saying that and the whole thing collapsed, it now dawns on me, you're sitting in the tower right here. We're, guys, oh my God, it just dawned on me. 11:22, 11 minutes and 22 seconds. 11, oh my God, we are in the middle of a tower. Oh, that explains so much. I've never been in the middle of a tower and been conscious of it. I feel like it's always been like, you just had a tower moment and stuff has already fallen. Oh my God, that explains so much, guys. This is you in that tower. Look, you're feeling it breaking down. You feel it coming down, and look, you're even trying as this cat to get a way out. Is this right before you jump out? Just as I see my camera moving again. I gotta fix that. Anyway, God, you're really showing up. So, anyway, I feel like what's trying to break through here with this camera that keeps falling and me having this conversation about this tower is that we're shifting. There's a perspective shift that is needing to happen here, and that is happening. It is happening. Honestly, I feel like that's what the tower moment is, really. Wow, I feel like I want to say, hi guys, this is Jonelle reporting to you from in the tower. Let me pause one more time so I can still stabilize this situation, okay? Okay, praise God. I think that should work now, okay? Now, it's interesting, as I was stabilizing my device there, I was thinking, what are the odds? Because this thing is pretty solid, and every time I go to tighten it, it's like, it's not moving this time. And then, like, it just starts moving. It's, like, strange because it's never happened before. And I feel, it just dawned on me that what is happening right now, it's almost like we are having this tower moment shift in a sense that it's a whole paradigm. Oh my God, thank you, God. God is so good. All right, I just got the message, guys, okay? The message here is that, yes, there is a tower moment you're in the middle of, but notice that this tower isn't going down, because that's strange, because I'm like, why am I... Oh, okay. Guys, this is real time right now. I was just moving these cards because I noticed they had fallen. I forgot to move them, and that's when I realized here. Okay, because I was just going to say, why am I perceiving that that there's a tower? Because here there's no mention of anything, no card, no energy of a tower here. But yet these two cards off camera here, as we're seeing, along with my camera, they're registering a tower happening, but Spirit is saying it's not a tower, it's a paradigm shift. And they're saying a divine paradigm shift. All right, this message is definitely divine, feminine coming in and giving us this message. And they are strong today. Look how they're using everything in the environment. God bless. Notice how it's like the tower is moving and this person is trying hard to keep a lid on these emotions, these things that are being knocked up as a result of this movement. But also they're showing in here that this person is trying to hold on, and some of us are trying to exit. We're like, I can't do this anymore. getting a very strong twin flame vibe here. But whatever it is that you guys are committing to, or have been committing to, and God has wanted us to commit to, a lot of us have been trying to jump off that track hard, and they're like, no, you're gonna hold on to this. You're gonna keep holding, because what's happening is that the tower itself is not falling. So don't jump off of the ship. We think that this this divine masculine or divine feminine counterpart, we think it's not going to work together. Look at the polarity. Look at the divine. There's the Empress. There's the Goddess card, nurturing. And on the back of this is pretty much, yeah, that's all Goddess stuff. This is definitely divine feminine coming through. They're saying don't give up the ship because you're having a paradigm shift. Ooh, let me go write that down. Hold on. But as I was doing this, I was thinking, why am I perceiving, you heard me starting to say that, why am I perceiving a tower moment here? When there isn't one, it's not a tower, it's a paradigm shift. So this person feels like a tower has fallen, or something's over, or things are about to be over, or they're about to fall, when that's actually not the case. This is actually what it is. Notice here. And then the 5 and the 6, the 5 and 1. That's 6. Check this out. Same thing. 6 of Cups. It looks like the two are running away, so vacating this connection, this relationship, this divine connection. But actually, no, they're just moving to another place. So there's this idea of shifting for real. Now, what has brought that on has been this. Look at this. This is whatever conflict is going on the inside, conflict that's going on around you, all sorts of stuff, whatever it is, your engagement, let's just call this card misperception. There's been a misperception that's been going on for a while, and the last talk that we had yesterday, I believe, November 7th, today's 8th, November 7th daily reading, talks a lot about misperception. Was it? Or maybe it was 2 days ago. And so we think there's a tower moment, things are coming to an end, we're trying to get out of it, but it's actually not. This is a victory, and what you're perceiving is wrong. It's actually just a shift in consciousness. Once this paradigm shift stops and the alchemical reactions have happened and all of this person's going to stand up. They're like, huh? They're going to probably open up this chest is going to come open during this shaking. So a lot of you may be experiencing a lot of emotional discord, a lot of people leaving, a lot of upheaval, all sorts of stuff in your life. But once the shaking is done, you'll think it's shaking, but it's actually like a zzz, like a blurring of a paradigm shifting, timeline shifting, things like that. It almost feels like the TARDIS. Remember the TARDIS from Doctor Who? Kind of like that. And then this door is going to just go click. It's going to unlock when you're done, and you're going to be like, wait, what? And you're going to go to the door and you're going to open it, and just like the TARDIS, you're going to be in another place altogether. So long story short, guys, we haven't even really delved into it. The divine feminine is here coming through this message today to speak to other divine feminines especially, but also to the femininity within all of us, to let us know that, hey, and now these two cards, they're so cute. To let us know that, hey, you think that tower's coming down? Look at this card on the left. Some of you have even been talking that talk. Hey, man, you better get your umbrella because this is coming down. You know, whatever it is that you've been saying, oh, girl, I'm leaving this man, or, oh, hey, man, I can't do this anymore with this person, whether it's a person or not, whatever it is that you have been committing to or have been needing to commit to for your spirit's journey, you may have been talking, a lot of you, thinking it's the end, commenting about how you're leaving, watching videos to support that. Spirit is intercepting today to follow up on their conversation and warning about misperceptions. I think the last 2 or 3 days of videos, daily reading videos, have been super important. They're saying, believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. You think something is falling, but it's not. It's more of a shift, a magical shift if you want to look at it that way, alchemical shift if you want to look at it that way, DNA encoding if you want to look at it that way, whatever it is, balancing polarities with your twin, with your whatever, if you want to look at it that way. Long story short, don't make drastic moves for right now. allow whatever it is that's shifting around you to happen. Yesterday they talked about being in that 0-point gravity, allowing for the mystery to remain, knowing that mystery is not only natural but it's necessary, allowing yourself to be in the middle as things shift around you. The image that they gave me was like, we usually see those time-lapse videos of someone standing in the middle of Times Square, for example, standing very still but allowing everything around them to shift. And then when they speed it up for us as a time-lapse video, we see them being like 0 point and everything else going at 30 miles an hour, right? That's what they're saying. That's the kind of shift that's happening. They're saying they need you to be straight as this unicorn's arrow, and unicorn's arrow, this unicorn's horn, right? Just believe that things are shifting and working out for your highest good. I think I was really struggling with that, and then they gave me this. I am happy and at peace with what is unfolding for my highest good. From that standpoint, I'm standing in the middle, and I allow myself to be at 0 point while everything around me shifts, unfolds, goes crazy, whatever terminology you want to use. I allow that. And we also allow for mystery to exist, and we welcome it, because mystery, that inability to cope with the concept of mystery, is what would throw us right out of that 0 point gravity moment. I'm saying 0 point gravity. I don't even know if that's the right term, but that 0 point of movement, no momentum, just standing there, just like this guy. He's like right with his bird. So just be that way, guys. Be that way. If you need to sit on something as everything shifts around you, go ahead and do that. Oh God. That being said, as Spirit is doing that, I'm like getting a little sick and nauseous again, because oh wow, just as I said it, I saw this Empress, Divine Feminine, all right, holding her stomach. Of course she's pregnant here, but nausea. Last night I for the second or third time in my life, last night I got so sick, guys. I woke up out of the blue and shot up and like was awakened. It was like 2 something a.m. to vertigo, and it's been so traumatizing that even just talking about it to you and thinking about it makes me feel like I'm going to have another vertigo attack. It almost feels like, am I going to have a seizure or something? And it is such a terrible, bad feeling. And I still feel so nauseated. My head feels weird. I'm just trying to bring these readings out right now. I still have all the other zodiacs, but it's completely in line with what I was just telling you. And it's funny because my body's like now twitching, just the thought of it. And Spirit they kept saying, you're okay, you're all right. I'm like, oh my God, guys, I'm dying. They're like, you're fine. Look at this. They're bringing this back. Be centered. Be 0 point as this shift. They're saying magical shift. We all want to talk about ascension. We all want to talk about stepping into a higher level. What do you think the bookends of a stage feel like? As you're leaving one stage and elevating yourself into the next, what do you think it's going to feel like on your physical body? Maybe that's what's happening. A shift happened last night. And it's funny because last night they were like, oh yeah, I forgot the words because, obviously I was struggling. They said, long story short, they said it's an ascension symptom. It's initiation. It's whatever. Now, another part of that story that I wanted to let you know is earlier in the day, my twin, who lives all the way out in Texas, I'm in Japan, my twin, I could feel that he finally received and accepted in the physical his initiation energy that literally had been pounding on his crown chakra to come in. So I could feel that, and I could feel his tension. What does it look like for him? Because he doesn't, I tell him these things, he's like, okay, whatever, and he's resistant to it, so he won't even want to have the conversation, for example. But what that looks like on his level is being very frustrated and not wanting to talk about spirituality, maybe even wanting to shut me out in a way because of what I represent, which is that divine shift. But meanwhile, his guides and his ancestors or whatever, those on the other side, are coming through me to have me tell him, dude, you need to sit down and let this energy in. They were trying to get to him. And finally, yesterday, I felt that shift happen all the way in Japan. And it's like I was floored because his energy, his divine masculine was coming straight in. And of course, connecting with me because we are connected. So it's me and it's him. And he was saying all these wonderful things to me, and he was actually like happy. He's like, wow, you remembered me all throughout this time. And so I'm not surprised that later on that night, as I went to sleep, that I would have that kind of shifting happen. And of course, it appears in the physical as vertigo. Oh, God. Ugh. Okay, I just want to say that. I don't even want to think about that. It just still feels... I just want to throw up straight through my nose. That's the feeling. And in fact, I did throw up. Sorry, not, giving you all the goods, but those are the goods. And maybe somebody else may be having other kinds of symptoms right now. Now, check this out. Woke up this morning. Ooh, well, I woke up this morning. And you were on my mind. Love that song. But I woke up this morning and I noticed all of the videos that were on YouTube that were populating for me were totally different. All right, so that's what I'm saying. When you make your shift and your timeline shifts, your paradigm shifts, whatever you want to say, but this is definitely an energetic shift that a lot of you are going through, especially if you're resonating with these videos. This is what it is. We've been talking about initiation on this channel for quite some time. That's all this. I'm getting this energy, thank God. For a lot of us, they're saying, these two cards want to come in. For a lot of us, there's, okay, sorry. They really just give multiple cards. For a lot of us, they're saying the worst is over. So you may start seeing a lot of videos about things like, being in union, or whatever the next breakthrough is for you. You look at this card on the left. It's almost like she's been thrust this mirror. They want me to say magical mirror. You've been thrust. They've thrusted something towards you. It's caused you to go on the inside. Look at this, the Sun card. For many of you in Twin Flame Connections, I feel to include Divine Masculines who may be watching. I know some of us ladies were like, no, they ain't watching. Yes, they are. They're definitely Divine Masculines watching. God bless you wherever you are on your journey, whether you're male, female. This is all for you as well. See, in the Sun card, these two people here, this is about people. I'm hearing the words holy matrimony. This is about people coming into holy matrimony, all right? And shifting. Look at the World card. On the one hand, I'm seeing this as they're saying the worst is over. You're coming into connection now. Look at this polarity. Look at this, right? But they're also showing this a spiritual service. A lot of you have been getting personal readings from me. You come from whatever and you order whatever reading, but a lot of times Spirit also comes through with information about some type of spiritual service that you a lot of you know that you're supposed to do something and some of you don't, and it might come through as a surprise, whatever it is. It's really fun. These are awesome things that you'll be doing to serve. This card speaks of that, okay? Now, the third thing that I'm seeing in this card is them dropping this into this water. And it's like, he's a circle, it's like, boom, and it falls right down into the waiting arms of these two. So a lot of you are connecting with your twins, and I'm not the kind of person where I'm just like, I'm talking about twin this, twin that. As you notice, I have all sorts of messages come through because I just leave it open to God to talk about whatever they want to talk about, because they know who's going to be watching the videos, and they know when, and they know who else those people who are watching my video will watch, who else they will come into contact with and watch. And so it's all orchestrated independently of me. I just bring these through. So I'm saying that so you're not like getting turned off like, oh no, another twin video where this is that, because there are a lot of videos out there that can, if you're not discerning and within yourself, you can get triggered and get a lot of contradictory information. So please always come to my videos with an awareness of your spirit guides and your angels who are literally sitting right next to you, and connect with them, confer with them as you watch these videos of mine so that they can help you, okay? Anyway, So I'm seeing that this is all about spiritual service. The reason why this is coming through today from the divine feminine is because she wants you not to give up on whatever it is that you have been working towards. A lot of you are planning to give up, and you're perceiving of an ending, and what's actually ending is one paradigm. You're shifting into something new, and it's victorious. This is actually a movement in the right direction. Okay, let me go ahead and take a sip. Thank you, Spirit. They're so kind. And they're like, to all of the readers out there, they're saying thank you, because the growing pains and the vertigo, I feel a lot of times that what I go through, it's just a matter of me going through it and then sharing it with everybody. It's potent in that way because we have a vibrational connection in that sense. And it hurts. Sorry. Oh, okay, but I know it's just what we have to do, so let's keep going. Anyway, so let's take a look at these cards. Notice these beautiful after tarot cards are in the middle and on the sides. Let's look at it. In the middle we find the Sun card. This is all about twinly action. Today's reading is all about this balance of male and female energies. It's about connections, and it's about illumination. What's underlying this, guys, is this hermit moment. I would not be surprised if a lot of you and your twinny poos are in different spaces, not only different spaces in life, but also having different circumstances, and also having different sets of procedures. They're saying, interesting, different sets of procedures. Wow. But one thing I'd like to pull into your awareness here is the underlying energy is that of the hermit. This says that we're both sides. This looks like the feminine side, divine feminine, and divine masculine. Both of us are seeking, both of us are receiving, both of us are moving, getting stuff done. Look, oops. But notice in both of these cards, there's a little, sorry, I want to make sure you guys can see it. Why? Because you're awesome. Look, it looks like the same village from two different standpoints. So you're sharing the same space. You may not be seeing each other because you're on this hill, he's on this hill, and you're over here, or whatever, whichever side you fall upon. And in fact, look at the divine feminine. The divine feminine is being barred by this beautiful cat and this project, this spiritual service. Look at that, pentacles. They're being barred from going back this way, and they've got a tower over there. This person's flipping the coin. They're like, okay, where should I go? Should I let this connection go? Should I stay? Spirit is like, dude, there is no competition. That's coming through. There's no competition between you, divine feminine, and anybody else. That we're just going to put that to rest right now. That's the first thing. And that's what my divine masculine told me in spirit yesterday as this was going on, right? But look, they're also saying there's only one path. She's flipping a coin thinking, okay, what am I going to do next? Should I let this go? Should I move on? You're going to be moving forward. But where you're moving is into this tower where I feel like a lot of us already are. If you haven't gotten there yet, you're going to get into this tower, and it's going to be a paradigm shift, all right? The tower is not coming down. This is not the end of this connection. This is a shift into a new paradigm, a new phase. Look, the sign is pointing that way. The road is pointing that way. The broom is here if you want to go faster. The map is here. So you being here, and you can't go backward, you being here flipping a coin is inconsequential. That goes to show you on the conscious level, a lot of you are having misperceptions about what it is you should be doing, where you should be going. And when the path is going to happen anyway, you're going to be ushered down that path. Meanwhile, take a look at the divine masculine. He's on the other side of this village. See, he's in the back almost. Look, he's coming to bring something. But not only that, I'm showing that listen, the energy that just came through, it's like, what are you doing back there? why are you not here with me? Because look where he had to go. Look, in very physical world, look at his chisel, his wand. I keep saying chisel. His chisel, his wand. Sure, he's double dutying on that. Look at that hammer. This man is working in the physical. He knew he had to go somewhere to pick something up. That's his spiritual service. Look how golden bally it is. Ours, we've already had ours for a while, divine feminine. We're on the path. And that's why we may perceive of ourselves as being ahead, because we've already known this. We've already been pulled into spiritual service. We work more in the spiritual, so we perceive of what needs to be done. Whereas this guy's thoroughly on land. Look, he's found a broom. He can fly now. But he had to go here on the other side of this village, away from us, to pick up that spiritual service. He had to go seeking. As the hermit, he had to go seeking to find something. Notice the hermit is facing his direction, and he's holding this, serpent. For the divine masculine, he had to do some work first. He had to work through third parties. He had to work through whatever infidelities, inauthenticities, in being out of integrity in general. Yes, so did we, but in our own way. But the divine masculine had to go through that, and in so doing, he went away from the divine feminine, and he had to go search. Now I'm seeing him as this Knight of Pentacles. We love the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, they move slowly, but you know what? They're moving. And they're moving in the right direction. And it's earth-based, so they're working towards something physical. When you have a Knight of Pentacles, that's the kind of person who will help you build. They're coming. And he's got a broom now. He's probably going to pick up some more speed. He knows what he's doing. Look, he's using that spiritual service. This is spiritual service. I'm telling you, initiation. A lot of divine masculines have been initiated. He's got this spiritual service now. He's got an idea. He's got the illumination. And I love how he's holding it up as he's about to take off, because he's using that spiritual service to get back to you, is what Spirit is jumping in to say, to get back to you. And as I'm seeing that this person is going to join her in this card, and the two of them are going to be walking this path together. Now, you may find that, because a part of me is like, are they going to be walking towards the tower and have that paradigm shift together? It's possible. Or she may head to the tower, have the paradigm shift, open the door, and he's standing right outside of it, right? It could be anything. Or even I'm seeing, this is cute and sweet, or the shift might happen. She may head to the tower, that paradigm shift happens, things fall around her, the door clicks, she opens it and she looks out and no one's there, but she's in a different place, and then she realizes that she has become both. Notice how this person looks similar to both characters. So there's a merging, right? So whatever it is your story is, I'm just seeing that. Now, for some of you, let me take a sip on this one. For some of you, and I know this is like, this to me speaks of a divine feminine. And I feel like we're on a girls' call. Girls' call. I just had this feeling. Ladies' club. Yeah, welcome to the men who are still here. God bless. But it just really feels that way. All of a sudden, I just got hit with that. But I think that's because our divine feminist is speaking to us. Girls' club. She's saying, oh my God, now I'm getting really dizzy again, that nausea. I think that was maybe my divine feminine coming to me, and I'm really, because now that her energy's coming through really strong to give us this girls club message, I'm feeling a little nauseated again. I will try, guys, not to fall over or puke on anything. God bless. She's saying that she understands that a lot of us are heartbroken. Why? Because she's looking at this. She's looking at that moment where a lot of us came into contact with our divine masculine. He gave us something and then he left, right? And then we were left with no man, not saying it that way, but yeah, left with no man, but we're holding the thing that he came to deliver, and he's somewhere else holding the thing that we're holding the thing he came to deliver, and he's somewhere else holding the thing that we came to deliver. She's coming in with a compassionate message double message. She's saying, because she also wants to include the divine masculine, that yes, it hurts when your twin story is one where you know you were with your twin, you knew what happened, but you guys came together and it was more of an energy exchange, and now you're on two different paths, and it's like, it's a heartbreaking letdown. It is painful, and sometimes we get stuck in that pain, because see how she's on the seesaw of saying, where's my guy? Why is this happening? This is cruel, that we're just going to meet up and we're just going to learn something from each other, and then you'll take the greatest attraction and love that I could ever, like, whatever this is so powerful, and you're going to take it right out of my life. And Spirit is saying, yes, sometimes that's the way it is. As Jules said, what's the song? Sometimes love be that way. Yeah. What is that song? Oh, its name is Sometimes Love Be That Way. But notice the cat jumps in, hits the seesaw, and then this divine feminine with her 2 coins now is thrown off, and she has to get to work on whatever it is that's happening. So she's showing that she understands that is a very real story for a lot of us twins out there. And in a sense, it can be heartbreaking, and it can be hard, because it's like you get left sometimes wondering, what was that? Was that real? Was that what we call a twin? Or did I just have a bad relationship that turned out terrible, and nobody loved me, and this and that? And even just that thought is making me sick. So, yeah, so she's saying that she understands that happens sometimes. And so she's putting this here. This is an act of compassion, she's saying, for the world. This is an act of compassion for the world that is, she's saying, better left unstated, unsaid. And my eyes are going off to a corner over there where I just see a card, and I just see one word on it. It says new. So it's maybe it's a new form of being, maybe it's a new methodology. It's a kind of thing that we use to usher in, they're saying. It's a kind of thing that we use to usher in foundation from the top onto the bottom. We have this sacred union that comes together in the physical and then flies apart. It's like, drop off made, off to the next. I'm going that way and you're going that way, to administer, see the polarity? To administer to the rest of the world. And Divine Feminine acknowledges that along that track, she's left pregnant. A lot of times wondering what the hell just happened. But at the same time, being forced to make a new beginning. And she's coming through with compassion, because, yes, on some level, she's saying, to use our word, that's some bullshit, Because it's like, it's a hard sell down here to say I was just impregnated, nurturing, right? I was just impregnated, this guy left me. And I'm not necessarily talking about the physical impregnation, guys. I've been impregnated, this guy left me. In other words, he touched my soul, my heart, and vice versa. And now we're forced to go separate ways. It didn't work out. But I'm supposed to now be happy and pick up the pieces and be of service to the world. You see the bitterness? And so she's acknowledging the bitterness, but she's also acknowledging that this is a team effort. And she's saying this isn't the first time. She's saying that on some level you can see yourself as a world populator. You're populating a world. What is our world? It's Terra. It's Earth, right? In this incarnation, we are here on Earth. And we are populating this world together through service. And it's a promise. That's what I'm getting here. This is a promise. It's a promise made by a soul to something higher, that we will I will populate this world energetically. I will nurture this world. I will give birth into this world of concepts and ideas and feelings and everything. But she's saying that it's an act of compassion, because you're hurting yourself on this physical plane for the sake of giving birth to something that is so utterly beautiful. Now, as I'm saying that, I want to see this. And they're showing you popping through from another dimension, hitting the ground running. So if you're watching these videos, if you're watching this video in particular, you're definitely here for spiritual service. You are definitely a light worker of some kind, whether you want to call it starseed or whatever. There are many, many of these that we don't even know the words to, the names of. We have words like starseed and light worker and running around town, and yes, but I'm seeing this is one of many. Look at all these trees. They're like portals. And look at all these other trees. It's almost like other beings are coming through from these different portals, looking different, and that all united for the same reason, coming to populate. And yes, they're saying some of us come through with others. That twin, right? That's sacred servant, sacred service, soul family, whatever it is. And yes, just like in many military operations, they're saying sometimes you start off with your person, but you're like, okay, we're going to separate. We'll rendezvous later here. We'll exchange information, and then I'm going to go here, and then you're going to. And that is, it all works out well from a macroscopic point of view, where they can look down at us and see us moving, and they're like, great job, they made the drop off, good, they just slept together, good, the baby is here, yes, he's going to meet up with the next person now and touch them, and they're going to go and touch all the. But down here it feels terrible. It's like, oh my God, I met this person that brings me alive. Oh my God, but he's got issues, or she's got issues, and now they're cheating with that person, and and now they're off here, and they just left me, and now I'm stuck here in the middle of nowhere, and I got a baby, and I have no money, and all of those feelings are what's happening down here. But from their standpoint, it's divinely beautiful. They're pointing us now in a direction of, sometimes you have people who don't want to comply. You have your person who got kind of lost down here in fear and shadow, and now when you appear to them, they're saying divine goddess. When you, and of course men as well, but it's usually the divine feminine part that awakens first. There you appear to them, and instead of seeing this, they act like they've seen a ghost, they say, and it freaks them out, because you carry with you sacred responsibility. It's kind of similar to how sometimes, men and women have a child, right? And you could have had like the best marriage before, and when that child comes, God bless the children, but you can hear the bitterness in my voice already a little bit, right? As a woman, God bless the children. But when the child comes, sometimes there comes a time when you look at your husband's eyes and you can see, it's almost like he no longer sees you as that woman he used to dance around with and have fun and this and that. Now he's looking at you like you're just another walking liability / responsibility. And next thing he wants to stay at work late, and he wants to do this because and this is a reality for many, many women, and they may, and vice versa, yeah, but they may say, oh no, that's not true, there's a joy of womanhood and babyhood and blah blah blah, and yes, that's great for a lot of us, but let's not lie to ourselves. There's a moment when sometimes you can look in your husband's eye and you see that he doesn't see you, he sees responsibility. He sees mother of my kid. He sees I have to bring in milk. He sees I got to do bath time. I just got off work. I got to do this. I got to be a partner. I got to be a father. I got to be and that's when it spooks them. A lot of people get spooked by that. And so spirit, divine feminine, is coming through and saying, yes, ma'am, as above, so below. Guess what? As above and above, it's spiritual service. So a lot of divine feminines come down and they're like, it feels to us like, I know you're the one, we need to come together for something. And of course we think sometimes it's to get married and stay together, blah, blah, when it may be about a drop off, right? A drop off and, assignments and blah, blah, blah. But that divine masculine in all his being on earth and being in the physical, when you're at physical and working at the 3D, you really run the risk of getting really lost in materialism, things like that. He sees you come in and it's spooking. Get spooked. This is what you really look like. But when he sees you, he sees like, I want to use this because it seems to mirror, but this is also pretty. So he sees like, oh God, responsibility. What do I have to do now? And this is on a subconscious level because he kind of wants to just chill. He wants to stay in the physical and have lots of sex and not like have to be accountable and just make money and just, things like that. It's physical stuff. And it's not a negative commentary on the male because the male spends a lot of time more at the 3D level. And so it's like it's just how it is. Just like we have our own issues that we have to contend with. But feminine is coming through to say, I understand. I feel you. I feel you is what they're saying. But she's saying growth does happen. And she's acknowledging, thank you for all of those women who do bring forth children, whether in the spiritual or the physical. First of all, can I just say, oh my gosh, how cute. Look. Adorable. He's like, yeah, and struggling to walk. You know how the little horses are. And she's like looking at him. Adorable. Okay? Absolutely adorable. But as I'm looking here, I just noticed for the first time, look, I think that's somebody. When I say first time, I literally got these cards yesterday, guys. Yay. That looks like somebody peeking out and witnessing this scene. Spirit is saying that all that you do is not lost. All that you do, divine feminine, in the physical, having physical children, giving birth, holding down those households, in the non-physical, in the 5D, working, in the 5D, the male and female are working together, by the way. In the 3D, what's going on, right? But they're showing that they acknowledge you and your passion and your compassion and your work, and the workload, they say, is great, in like huge. It's a lot of work, because look here, in many ways the divine feminine is carrying the divine masculine. It's a lot of work holding this vision, and they're saying that, and they see you, and they're thanking you, and there's this like, I don't want to say they're stopping just short of saying we're sorry for having you to have to do that. They're stopping short of saying that because they also know that this is a service that you charge for, okay? On a sub level. Yeah, I am charging for this. Well, not for this, but yeah, but there's also saying that you charge for, in a sense that you're getting something in return, all of us. But they're also saying that you charge your head for. You volunteered for this. Look at this. Bing. This is you breaking through into the physical from non-physical for the sake of doing this, for the sake of populating this Terra, this new earth, this earth that is coming in, the energies. So they're thanking you, and look at this Ace of Pentacles, straight up divine service. So they're saying, just like mom and dad, the best thing that they'll ever do is give birth to children, right? In a sense, because it's a physical production of an offspring. Excuse me. And so, see with this Ace of Pentacles, that's the offspring, the new ideas, the energetic grounding. We are literally, if you're watching my channel at least, that's what Spirit keeps bringing through. And from the messages that they're bringing through, I can glean that a lot of us are bringing down energies from above and grounding it. How do we ground those energies? We end up going into sacred service, whether it's a doula, whether it's a divine matchmaker, whether we're writing books, whether we're creating artifacts and magicking them, whether we are, whatever it is, artwork, music, teaching, what am I saying? What's the word? I'm hearing the word spiritual service, and I'm hearing the word honorable spiritual service. Thank you, guys. But I wanted to say, oh, God, the words are escaping me. I'm still so nauseated. Oh, my gosh. Goodness gracious. Why are the words not here? Okay, they're not giving it to me. They're just saying honorable service, okay? Thank you. All right, so, let's, oh, thank you. I was just going to say, why don't I ask them to help alleviate these ascension symptoms or whatever's happening for me right now, and also for all of us. And they're saying we can have that alleviated. Oh, thank you. They're saying once you get the message, and it's funny because right across I have a card that says fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. I'll go get it. They're saying once you get the message, they would be more than happy to alleviate the symptoms for you, whatever it is. Now the message that they're saying is sometimes it's the message, like they're trying to say, hey, something's happening to you, you are being initiated. Sometimes it's that, see, look at that. But sometimes the message is like there's a divine coding, that's you're being encoded, you know, the light codes, things like that. Your DNA is shifting, alchemical stuff is happening. So that's the message. So once the alchemical shift has happened, for example, they'll alleviate the headaches, the this and that. And so they're saying sometimes still pray and ask for these symptoms to go away, but know that sometimes they can't just get away so quickly or subside so quickly, because literally your energy is shifting. And so stay eternally hopeful with that and just ask. They're showing me that a lot of you have cut out drinking. Thank you. Because they had a card here, and they yes, it was the world card. Actually, the world card is about endings. It was like this. So they're showing that a lot of you have cut out drinking alcohol and things like that, and they're saying thank you, because when you're going through an energetic shift, they're saying that can be extremely disruptive to the process. Thank you. That's true, because it's you know, it just is. Let me just take a sip here. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for taking time with us. And thank you that I have so many days off. I'm off on Friday. Thank you, God, for that, so I can spend as long as I want on these calls. And yeah. All right. Oh, they just said the word school. It's funny, guys. I think I mentioned this to you because before... now I'm feeling my mirroring this card for just show you, it goes to show you Spirit doesn't mince words with anything. But before I started on, if you look back, you'll see that I started, I think maybe in September or October, maybe September, October, to do daily readings, started doing daily readings. And the week before I did that, it was a really hard weekend, and it was, you know, I was doing a lot with my twin and blah, blah, blah. And out of the blue, they said, you are going to be teaching people this next week. They said, next week, you're going to be teaching people this. And I was like, all right, sure. Teaching them what? Okay, I don't know. And then at that moment, I thought the word that came to mind was conjuring. I was like, conjuring? Am I going to be teaching people how to conjure things? I don't know. So... they said school. I'm seeing school written on this, even though it says essence, but I'm saying it says school here. And so, oh my God, stop it. Yeah, it says school, and I just saw the word cloak, and they started laughing and said headmaster, headmistress, and then the card read was right underneath is this. That makes so much sense, because this is kind of the vision a little bit, and this is the first time I'm seeing this card in this deck, by the way. This is kind of the vision I get when I think about the new earth, and a lot of the people that come to me, it's about awakening them to spiritual service, and the spiritual service is always the same. It always has the same goal. It's to ground energies into the earth. And again, what does that spiritual service look like? It's opening businesses, new kinds of business models, and doing all sorts of things. It's really, really cool, and it's really, really interesting. All right. A lot of them are also saying about having babies. So that's interesting. Because this looks like a baby head. Where's the body? Ooh. But they're saying a lot of this deer is like, don't talk about my baby. I'm sorry. But Spirit is saying a lot of this is about having babies. Okay, I get it. It's creating spiritual new earth so that the new babies can be birthed from the earth. Look. There are new children and new souls, or not new souls, but souls that want to come through that are carrying higher vibrations, things like that. And we need to create a world, and they're saying an atmosphere, energetic. They're saying more gentle, with more gentle approaches as well. And I'm feeling the colors are like light blue, light pink. I'm hearing the words ebony, maybe some ebony. That's a darker color, but you know, whatever. They're saying all of those light colors, that the energies are coming through. They're saying that, because I just saw this card and it looked like for a second some kind of animal, maybe a lion looking at me, but I'm looking now and I'm like, wait, that's a rock. But they're saying some of these energies are here already and we're not able to perceive of them as yet. But they're saying that higher, we go, and the higher consciousness we adopt, the more that we'll be able to see them. They're also saying that a lot of what we'll be seeing is in the third eye, spiritual eyes. So you could be totally walking down the street with somebody and totally, you work in the same place, for example, and you guys are both looking at the same scene. Yes, thank you, Spirit. Wow, that's deep. And you guys are looking at the same physical scene, but you're seeing completely differently to what that person is seeing. They're seeing something of the old world and you're seeing something new. And it's interesting because yesterday I was talking to a coworker of mine, and it's almost like we were having a conversation, but it's like everything I said I can energetically feel came back to me, and I was like, wow, this is really frustrating. And I couldn't understand, and then I just got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna stop talking, because it's almost like no matter what I said, even though the person was inviting the conversation, it was just thrown back and in a physical, energetic way, like they were not like, I don't want to hear that. They were just saying stuff like, oh yeah, I know, yeah, right, yeah, and it's almost like nothing was getting through. And then at that moment, I always try to check myself. It's like, well, maybe whatever I'm saying isn't for this person, like maybe it's none of my business to even be saying this. Why am I even? But then it's like, wait, but she was talking about it, so. And it's like a moment where you want to check your ego and think, well, maybe I'm expecting to be somebody who has to say something, so I stopped talking about that and I changed the subject, because sometimes it's not for us to be proselytizing or whatever we want to say. We always have to watch that, guys. And then they were like, no, continue talking, continue your message. And I was like, okay. So I picked it back up again, and it just was like talking to a wall. I was like playing handball, doot doot. I was like, okay, whatever. And I think it's funny they said that, and maybe I had that experience to show this, but it was very frustrating. In that moment, all I said is like, okay, well, we're definitely in two different places energetically. I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's just two different things, mindsets coexisting in the same space. And I said the best thing for me to right now is just to have love. I may be frustrated, but there are other ways to connect with people just through love and just being there and existing in that space, but, finding new ways to connect, so to speak. All right. So, thank you, Spirit, for that. All right, let's move on. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I'm literally trying not to throw up. Oh my gosh. I don't like this feeling. Okay, now let's take a look at the top. So we know we're being grounded right now. The grounding energy is that of hermit. And some of us are in separation. Some of us are connected with our twin. Either way, in the non-physical, I'm seeing a lot of connecting with the two. But at the upper, on the upper more, in the upper, more conscious, I guess, level where we are relating to a lot of us may be releasing things, okay? Because I'm seeing releasing. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. Now I'm seeing releasing things here. Notice this is the Three of Wands in this after tarot. We all know what the Four of Wands is, right? The Four of Wands speaks to us of a happy foundation. It can be that happy home life card. It's definitely a card you want to see for any kind of marriage, right? And I'm seeing for twins, for a lot of readers, I've noticed that they see the Four of Wands as their twin card, their twin flame symbol. And for me, it's like that what do you call this? The infinity sign. If it pops out at me, that's mine. But for a lot of them, it's the Four of Wands. Notice this person is releasing something, a messenger of some sort. Could be third parties, could be whatever, could be jobs, what ideologies, whatever this is, we're being asked to release it so that we can pick up that fourth wand and have that stability. But as I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing for the first time that this bird is dropping something. So some of us are releasing a bird. It could be our divine masculine or it could be our divine feminine, releasing them for the moment so that they may go out and drop off whatever it is that they need to do, make the drop off. And then here we are we find ourselves in this Three of Wands situation, waiting for our ships to come in, waiting for a return. But we know that it's not about waiting, right? Yeah, they're saying, oh, they just used my name. They're saying, we know it's not about waiting, Jonelle, right? And yeah, it's about moving forward in spite of our circumstances. Yeah, so we see this again. This is this idea of, well, we've received what we needed to receive from our honey buns. And then Spirit literally, as a cat, jumps on the seesaw and she's like, and now you're off running. And they're saying this is another card you can look at it as. This Six of Cups, a drop off being made. And they're like, thank you, I'll go drop off this somewhere else. And he's like, all right, I'm going to go get some more flowers. We'll rendezvous here again, right? And here we see this divine masculine again with his tools. Look, and again, this concept of this cat, her cat is like, all right, we got to go. So think of us as doing a lot of motion. Things are in motion a lot right now. Let me comment on this, because Spirit wants me to comment on this. Things are in motion a lot right now in particular. We have that new moon in Scorpio, guys. Dude, okay? Talk about a killer. Wow. That's a lot. It's been a lot. And Spirit is saying that we need to counteract all of those, the stuff coming up from that Scorpio new moon. See all these things popping up? Right? Again, with being at rest, at 0 point gravity. Let these emotions pop up. Let all of it come up. It's going to seem frenetic and dynamic around you, but you have to stay focused. Stay straight, as they're saying. See, it's straight down the middle here. But at the same time, we have the 11/11 coming up, November 11th coming up. And I do feel that may actually bring with it I'm hearing some kind of heartbreak. This wanted to flip into the... So, and they're showing you might have to... Thank you. They're saying that it might be heartbreaking, yes, in many ways, depending on what your movement needs to be. But around that time, there's going to be a lot of movement. So if you're feeling a lot of dynamic energy starting to happen, that's... Got it. That's what it is. It's elevation. Okay. Because I'm seeing here that this mom Pegasus is trying to get her little baby ready, because soon they're going to actually take flight. So I'm seeing around the 11/11 space, right? And this person has let go of something so they can get their fourth wand. 11/11. Who knows what their other person is going off to do, so that he or she can be in position for this 11/11. So coming up, November 11th is carrying with it, they're saying an energy of significance. It's elevation. So for those who are ready, it's almost like a feeling like they pulled a lot of, like this, like tall grasses. They've gotten a lot of tall grasses. Each one of those who have been initiated and who've been ready, and they're ready now. They've received their initiation. I'm seeing Spirit like pulling all of those little grasses. We're each a tall stalk of grass, and they're taking a cudgel and they're gonna cut it off of this earth, because it's time to elevate. And so it's almost like seed, disseminating the seeds now. So we've initiated you. And remember, I told you they're calling a lot of people, a lot of things are going to be happening. So a lot of you are going to be taking flight and going into your holy assignments. Yes, they're showing me here that for some of you, it is going to be reunion with your honey. It's matchmaking, they're saying. You're going to be coming into union, a lot of you. Look at this card, beloved. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Yesterday's daily reading was all about telling us to hold the vision, and that's what Divine Feminine is coming in to say again. One of the sacred duties of the Divine Feminine, she's saying, is to hold the vision for everybody, much as a mother would do in a physical for the family unit. In a well-functioning... I don't want to do judgment calls or whatever, but in a well-functioning family, the female sets the tone. The female sets the agenda. You'll even notice that when a man is courting a woman and when they're kind of talking, they're kind of like dating and stuff, he slows down to her pace. Like he'll walk at her pace. The woman sets the agenda. When I heard this once and I was like, oh my God, that's so true. When mom says it's time to eat, it's dinner time. When mom says it's time to take a bath, it's time to take a bath. It's bath time. Otherwise, like, who's setting these schedules? It's mom. And in fact, if you see the father stepping up and doing those things, we register in our mind him as stepping into his divine feminine and so that's why in many ways when we see a single dad stepping up and taking care of business and running those schedules, getting things done, keeping the children on a certain path, a lot of women, it's like an aphrodisiac in a sense, because within him they're seeing, of course, a partner they would love to have in their house. They're like, wow, this man's got it. Like, I need a partner like that. Get it going. But they also see the divine feminine within him. They see that femininity, the very essence of who they are when they're functioning well, right? And so shout out, okay, to those fathers holding it down, all right? And those masculine energies, whether it's in male, female, holding it down. Thank you. Being a part of the household. Anyway, yeah, so it's funny, they're saying relinquishing that sacred partner and gaining the sacred partnership at the same time. So I'm feeling a little bit like an earthquake coming. And again, it's that paradigm shift that we were picking up on earlier. And it's almost like as we let go of this divine masculine, divine feminine to go and do their work, they're going to go, it's almost like I see them going, and he's going to get down and he's like this. And she's somewhere holding onto a rock. And they're getting ready for this shaking to happen wherever they are. Right? So a drop off has been made of some sort, and they're getting ready to get that shake. What is that shake? It's God grabbing the grasses, all of us tall grasses, and cutting it so that we can be free and elevated to a higher consciousness. When the shaking stops, just as with an earthquake, when the shaking stops, we'll hear that click, the door opens, we go and we see and we check everybody, hey, and we'll be coming together, right? For those of us already in union, right? Yeah, maybe you'll be shaking it out together and moving up even more. But either way, I'm definitely seeing all of this is in the name of spiritual service. I think that right now what's going on is a lot of us are, especially these feminines, they are creating their tools or getting their tools ready for this service that they're stepping into. A lot of the masculines, they are like finally looking up and like they're on the earth here, right? And they've been carrying all these sacred books, all these tools that they needed, but they got lost. They didn't realize it. And finally, they saw this knife just in time, by the way, just in time for this. They've seen this knife in here, and they're like, oh, suddenly they realize it's not a knife. It's an antenna rod. He holds it up, and and he makes that connection, initiation, okay? So this is definitely divine masculine coming into initiation, seeing that everything he's been carrying, he's always had it. He just hasn't been seeing what it was. It's not a sword. It's not a knife. It's a tool for initiation. It's a lightning rod. All right? And through that, he's going to get his service. Once he gets it, it's like, I got it. Look, I know what it is now. I'm going to hold it out. And I'm going to use it to direct me. And guess where it leads? It leads to spiritual service. And who's already doing that service? Or who else is stepping into it? This other person. Divine Mother, they're saying. All right. Let me take a sip quickly. All right. Where are we going to? Next. So nurturing. These are our main cards for today. This is the portal, this one, through which I feel that divine feminine energy coming in. So let's read her nurturing. In fact, she said 8 is today. So she had me do 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 8, I saw that. I was like, oh, shoot. Right? Let's take a look. Nurturing. She says, only we can heal ourselves, sometimes with assistance, sometimes without. Our energy, our chakra system corresponds to, okay, misplaced comma, but as an instructor, I saw that and I could let it go. Our energy, or chakra system, comma, corresponds to the energy flow from the earth. If you listen and feel, Mother Earth will heal you as you heal her, with the nurturing force of timeless give and take. I'm going to pause because what Spirit is saying here is Mother Earth, our divine feminine, will heal us women here on the ground doing this daily grind in a 3D. If we will heal her, if we'll listen to her and take her in. And they're saying they promise, oh my God, these divine feminines are saying they promise they won't like kill you with the vertigo and shake you up. They're saying no seizing today, so don't be too scared. Anyway, they say prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and then place it in the hands of the earth and sky deities. Try to see through the mirage of social barriers that cloud the eyes of women and men the world over. The information I'm getting from those sentences is I literally see you, or whoever the divine feminine is, standing somewhere, anywhere. It could be in your room, could be on the concrete, it could be anywhere on this earth. And I see you closing your eyes, touching your forehead with your hands, and then bending down and touching the ground with those same hands, and in that with those eyes closed, and just saying a prayer. And in that movement of divinity, it's saying as above, below, and you're connecting to the earth in sacred devotion. That's a devotional move that you can make. And I'm seeing that they're saying that when you make that kind of move, you say, I connect to you, dear earth, I commit to you, and I close my eyes to this 3D reality that I see. And if you even want to take it further, you can take it one step, and after you touch the ground, you can bring it back up to your forehead. From you, dear earth, dear sacred feminine, divine feminine, I touch myself. Okay, so I see you, divine earth, and I close my eyes to this 3D world because I know that you are what I'm committing to. And from there, I bring this vision of this new earth into my consciousness. Now I'm told that for the divine masculine, there may be another step that they need to do. So I'm not sure what that is. Oh, thank you. They're saying for the masculine, it's going to be a flat out lie. I was like, lie? What are you talking about? Come on. But they're saying, no, flat out lying down on the earth. So if you're a divine masculine, I'm seeing you lay down completely on the earth, on your back, laying on your back, closing your eyes, and connecting to that Mother Earth, that divine feminine. And you devote yourself to being this sacred servant to this divine feminine. Much as the divine feminine is a sacred servant, they're saying in another way to the divine masculine, because I really feel like the divine feminine is the leader here. It's almost like she's the leader. That's what I'm getting. And maybe it's because she's coming through on this call, but she said, no, I'm the leader. And all the women are like, yeah! And the men should be like, yes, because I would love to serve the feminine. Yeah, we do lead, don't we? Again, when it's bath time, it's bath time. Listen, you need to go clean up your socks. It's time to eat. Go eat. It's time for dinner. Everyone's like, oh, Mom. He's like, oh, honey. No, you need to come down here and eat. And that's it. They're saying that we have this built-in clock. We have a built-in clock that keeps both of us on schedule. That's why we're the ones who get frustrated, because then some level we're like, there's a timing here. And sometimes we're told to slow down because we want to just move forward. And we need to balance our clocks so that we can then lead the divine masculine in whatever it is that we're doing. We hold the vision, we give birth, we stabilize, we bring stability in many ways. It's interesting. Wow. So we have a sacred journey and a sacred role in this polarity that we have as the divine feminine. So that's what I'm seeing here. So for women, we connect to our divine feminine. We pledge our allegiance to it. We connect to it, and we devote ourselves to it. And the divine masculine, through his whole being, he is the very physical essence of us, right? He lays down back against back against the wall. They're saying if you don't want to get on the floor, but he lays down, which is even better, right? Back against the floor, and he devotes himself to the full essence. Oh my God, guys, I kid you not, to the full essence of the divine feminine, Mother Earth. My essence card, remember I pulled it earlier, was off to the side, and I went to pull it from where it was before, and I didn't realize I put it down somewhere else, and instead the card, boom, that was there, is the masculine. Oh my God, they are not playing. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, they're saying, listen, life is a school that we move and graduate through. They pulled me in to show this word graduate. So if you're definitely on this call, you're definitely graduating. And they're showing me this card again, being called and sent off to be dispersed to do your sacred service. All right. Some of you know what your service is already, and some of you will be coming in. They're saying carrying your gift of consciousness from the heart of woman. What? The heart of Mother Earth. Trek toward the summit of higher knowledge. Weren't we just talking about that? Because the male, I feel, is in service to the divine feminine. Guys, stop it. And earlier she wanted to pull this card in, and I didn't bring it in. But they wanted to show, look what happens when there's the imbalance and women serve the male. It doesn't work that way, they're saying. The male serves the woman, and not in an unbalanced way where we're just going to the other side of, because a woman, a divine feminine in her glory, she is the very essence of balance. She breathes out into the world. She gives birth into the world. She is confident that what she is feeding everybody is what they need to eat to be sustained. And the male, the very essence of the male is that he receives this and he goes out into the world and he delivers. Look, isn't that also this card? He goes out into the world and he delivers, right? He provides, he moves upon the earth. Mankind, man moves upon Mother Earth. So, and look at this. Because of male and female imbalances, Earth is in danger of dying. So how do we feed Mother Earth? As the divine feminine, we work with Mother Earth because we are the very physical essence of the mother. And they're saying that's why this devastation has also happened on the female body as it happens on the earth. And she's saying that we cannot serve the man. You know, the man serves us. And we do not take advantage of that because, you know, we can even look at it like this. See how this male, yes, he is bigger. Yes, he is taller. But look at him. He's in service to this feminine. She knows what needs to be done, right? And he's happy because in devotion to this feminine, he knows that in exchange, he will be taken care of, they're saying. Not only taken care of on a spiritual level, amen, but on a very physical level. Happy wife, happy life, right? So they're saying a lot in October. A lot of you came into union in some way. Oh, cute! Look at this ant. Aw, cute. All right, we'll let him roam a bit. Aw, God bless. Like it's like the divine masculine. What's going on here? Cute. Anyway, but anyway, long story short, they're saying a lot of you in October came into union, and they're saying you lost it. You came into union and you lost it. You may have come in, you had this exchange, and then you went separate ways, right? It doesn't mean it's lost forever. It may come right back in January, December, whatever. Just as I saw that, whoopsies. Oh, just as I saw that, I saw this, somebody coming back. But I also double picked up this card by mistake, the devil card. They almost said the word. They said watch the word. Don't say the devil card, they're saying, because it's triggering and it makes people on the call feel like it's something bad. But they're saying what it is, it's healing. It's ultimate healing. It's almost also like while they're out there, they may be doing some things, but they really see it as gathering information about themselves, gathering information about who they need to be. Just as I say that, I'm following this ant off screen, and he's like walking towards this card. Look, it's all about gathering knowledge. In other words, touching the divine by encountering the shadow. And they're saying once the shadow has been encountered, it's released. It's like she's here or he's here in this Eight of Swords, prison, self-imposed. But look, once they understand what it is, the bindings come off, they stand up and they walk right out, and they get up on this path, they want to say, on this broom, and they fly out. So they're saying, see it as this divine cycle There are many ways to look at what's going on for us. If you see it as a divine cycle of knowing, right? And of coming together and then going apart and healing, coming together and gathering information and processing, then things become a little easier and a little better for us. Okay? So I'm just seeing this transformation. This transformation, nature, this seems more like the masculine card, of course. Getting into nature, getting into Mother Nature, divine feminine. It's almost like getting a car washed. Getting a car washed. And I'm seeing him standing in nature. So right now, a lot of men may actually be being asked to go into nature. That's so funny because my honey bun is actually going on a camping trip for a bachelor party. Oh, thank God, right? Whew. I know he wanted to do Vegas, but anyway, look at that. A few men going to a bachelor party. So that's a few men going into nature right now. And I'm hoping that while he's out there, there's going to be some kind of vision or something going on. Now listen, take a look here. Notice how, I just noticed this, how the mom and the baby, they're here getting ready to lift off, right? He's also in nature. It's like the same, oh, look at the same colors in the background. He's over there too. He's getting ready to lift off. But it's funny, I'm hearing some kind of attack. So I don't know if a lot of these guys are going into Mother Nature to have some kind of attack or some kind of tower moment or some kind of whatever. But I'm seeing the divine feminine closer to our level, like us holding our guy's hand and just hoping that he's going to join us wherever we are when we lift off, right? Knowing him, he probably will, because look at the next card. Getting ready. All right? He's like, I'm coming. They're not too far ahead. All right? What else, guys? Is there anything else? Sometimes I get nervous when the video gets so long that it's like when I go to save it, it won't save. Because that's happened before. Yeah, it's just about attuning yourself to that higher aspect. This person's in the middle of the night, right? But keep your horn ready. And yeah, see, look at the moon. But keep your horn oriented towards the sun. So hold your vision. Hold your vision, guys. Because we are so needed. And it's almost time for action. It really, really is almost time for action. We're seeing that here. Okay? So just trust in your process. Wherever you are as a divine feminine, wherever you are as the divine masculine, trust in your process. Now, I'm a little disturbed because I want to see, why are they using the word attack? It's on my mind. Spirit. Oh, thank you. They're saying spiritual attack. Ha. Please. And I'm hearing, I was going to say, please clarify. And I'm seeing the words bellow. So I'm seeing it's almost like spirit is going to be bellowing to them. You know, a bellow is like a deep booming of a voice. They're going to be talking to this divine masculine. Depending on how he sees it, he could see it as a spiritual attack or some kind of attack because he's being asked to transition right now. He's being asked to get into spiritual service. Right? I think he will, though. Boom, next card. Does it want to come upside down, though? Or not? Let me feel. I think like this. See, look. Divine Feminine has her own Fool card. Divine Masculine. Hers is there. It's upright, of course. It's painful because some of us, we're like alone and we're not with this guy and we are our twin and whatnot. But I'm feeling he's going to have a transition that's going to lead him into this new beginning. Let's ask Spirit, show us where, generally speaking, because we know everyone's story is different, because some of you are already in union, some of you are coming into it, some of you have a little bit longer way to go. So please show me, generally speaking, how much of a new beginning, how open is this excuse me, is a divine masculine to having this new beginning after this transition. So let's let it move on its own. Got it. It's right about here, not there, but here. And I'm seeing him like this guy just choose. Is he going to keep hanging there, or is he just going to allow his hand to let go and fall into this new beginning? Oh my God. As I said that, I saw this. Because the thing about the male divine masculine is he's afraid of taking the risk. He's afraid. Remember, when he sees you, divine feminine, he sees sacred service and he's scared. So a lot of them have been afraid of taking this leap. I see, though, if he's ready to just let go, he's going to fall. And look what I see. Boom, right? Coming straight out that tree. So once he makes this transition, he's going to come and report for service. Then he's going to reach where you are, right here. And then he's going to be continuing on. So I'm seeing him like coming out the gates, right out the gates ready. So I think Spirit is definitely going to be connecting to this guy. I do feel it. If you're watching this video, your divine masculine is going to be ready soon. Because right on this card, this transition, he's going to be in nature. Spirit's going to be bellowing at him, talking to him, really forcing, and just really trying to push him. He's going to have this awakening, they're saying, this divine call. And depending on how open he is, how resistant he is, it could come across as feeling like an attack. Because I'm seeing here, this card wants to come in. See, this is divine feminine, like, okay, I'm ready. But I'm seeing here, this would be the divine masculine. When he looks at you, he's seeing here because he's not awakened yet. When he's not awakened yet, he can't see you as you truly are. So he sees you as this. And look how, let's get the lighting there. And look how stubborn he is. He sees you as this, and he's stubborn. But if he can just let it go and let go of the pride and any stubbornness that's still there, and just agree to just take the risk, be the fool and take the leap of faith, he's going to find himself just zoop, becoming, like, he's going to make the transition, and he'll be like, whoa, I got it. Okay? I think that some of them are stuck. Some of the divine masculines are stuck working on stuff, and it's related to this past lifetime. They're saying a past lifetime stuff that he's still working on, and it's kind of like a oopsie moment, like this, like a failed attempt at this connection, or failed attempt at love, or whatever it was, failed attempt from a past lifetime. He's trying to clean up some stuff, but it's time to get going. It's almost like he's got to start walking towards this village in the back so he can report for duty. But he's still trying to work through some stuff, they're saying. But they're going to get him, they said. They're going to get him. They're going to get him because they're going to give him an offer he can't refuse. I think he's going to be, it's commitment. Right, but I'm also seeing that for some of them, they're going to be led to this commitment by an act of charity. He's probably going to be asked to help somebody or do something. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. It's an act of charity. He's going to be asked to do something or help somebody. And when he goes to help this person is going to get him. This person's going to say something that's going to bring him, see our oopsie guy, into commitment, into connection. Now, why I gasped is because my guy has been invited to serve as best man to one of his good friends who's getting married for the second time. He's older than my guy. My guy's 36, he's gonna be 37, and he's gonna serve as best man to this guy who I think's maybe 42 or something, 45, and my spirit guides had told me, and I told my guy, I was like, I would drop his name, but but anyway, I told my guy, listen, something about this wedding is going to come up, and you're going to go to this wedding, and you're going to have some kind of, but I interpreted it, and I hope this isn't it, as another woman. It's like, oh my God, it's another woman coming in, like, long story short, I don't want to get into that. But whatever it is, here it is, guys. I am happy and at peace with what is unfolding for my highest good, because I know whatever it is for my highest good, with or without this person. Now, that being said, I really feel that it's quite possible, because this is his best friend, that this guy is going, because he's supposed to plan a party for him, the bachelor party, and they're going camping. This guy might give him something around this wedding that's going to probably bring him into alignment with wanting commitment or wanting this situation, whatever it is. And as I'm saying that, I'm seeing a divine feminine, like, yeah, now I can jump off this cliff because I know things are okay. But so I'm feeling that that is something, is an example of something that Spirit is saying for a lot of you. So your guy is going to have some kind of situation where he's going to help somebody else, charity, some kind of act. And this person is going to be like, dude, you need to make this official. You got to get married, whatever it is. Yes, and it's, look at this, balancing the scales. This to me says stepping up, though. Sometimes this shows karmic balancing, but to me this means stepping up, and stepping up to be what it is that you know you're supposed to be doing right now. I'm seeing integrity, and I'm seeing somebody accepting, it's almost like a lesser status. Why would they, look, the Justice card, boom. A lesser status in the name of the collective. Got it. Lesser status. A lot of these guys have been having pride issues, even though they've been doing things that have been out of integrity. The pride has been keeping them back. So sometimes, and also some of them see commitment as a lesser status. They want to be free, they want to be this, and being in commitment to them. Remember a few days ago we talked about commitment, and Spirit talked about divine commitment and all of that, and how it differs from our idea of commitment. But they see commitment in their mind as clipping their wings. And this person, whoever it is going to be helping them to accept their faults, accept wherever they've gone wrong, accept divine responsibility. And now I'm seeing this goddess card, divine feminine, turning into a bride, okay? So this is definitely not going to be for everybody, this call. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you, you just consult with your spirit guides. Look, and I'm seeing a veil here as well. Yeah, and I'm seeing her like snuggling up to her guy, even though, he's out doing his thing. So, the card that I just pulled, Ace of Swords, it's a divine message. All right. Yeah, look at him considering coming to work. He's going to come. All right, Spirit, is there a warning that you have for anybody on the call? Sorry, guys, I thought we would open it up to personal messages, but, as I said, one came through earlier. So please, let's all pray for that first personal message we talked about. Yeah, Spirit wants to give a second. Okay, thank you. Because they're showing death here, all right? So they literally moved my head down. They're showing death. So let's take a moment and put our hands and hearts and heads together. So if there's going to be a death in that situation, or if there's going to be a death for anybody, or if they're just bringing through death as a transition here for, people, death as a transition, like moving paradigms, let's take a moment of silence. They're saying 4 minutes. Okay. Let's see, 4 minutes. All right, let's take a 4-minute pause, and you can pray to them about anything you'd like as well. Okay. That was about 4 minutes. So I hope that you guys took the moment to connect with Spirit. They were actually still talking. Some of you may have heard them. If you're clairaudient, you may have felt things. You may have come into awareness of some things. But they were definitely very, very actively talking during that time. And just to summarize, they were pretty much, and I could feel like this huge network of collective, this huge amount of people just on this call. So please know that you're not alone, okay? All right, so is there anything else? Oops. Yeah, they're saying just to move on. If you need to move on in some way, they're saying move on and trust that you're being followed, okay? They're bringing up this devil card. What about the devil card? Would you like to... They were mentioning that as well. During my 4 minutes, they were talking about how the monsters are out of the closet. You know, with the whole... Like my divine masculine, he's seen his monsters now. I've seen his monsters. He's seen mine. I've seen mine. Right? But they're showing... Keep moving forward. They said forget about the past. In fact, these people, they're saying don't even look behind to see if somebody is following you. Just know you're being followed. They're showing the devil card here, and they're showing the temperance card. Remember, the temperance is the good doctor. They're showing this 4 of cups. Where does it want to come? They're showing frustration. This person, this divine masculine that you met, guys, they're saying they were very frustrated. They didn't want to come into union. They didn't want to come into connection. There were many reasons why we see this divine masculine is riddled, they're saying, with, they're saying bonuses, with bonus activities that he could be doing, right? There's options here. But they're showing this temperance card, and they're showing that they really are helping to turn that lackadaisical, resistant energy around. Yeah, but this is somebody who had options. You know, especially imagine being raised a male in this society, being told you don't need to slow down and do anything. They're saying that's going to come to an end. Whatever this devil card is coming to an end. And look, the next card that fell out, the Lover's card. All right. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, Tower. We saw the Tower card already. Oh my God! Next card. I was gonna make that the last one. Look. Oh my God! No way. Okay, let me see. Does this need to come in? I don't feel it. I feel these though. Divine Feminine and High Priestess. Whatever this tower moment is, it brought that, and in this tower moment that's going on now, or coming in, more of the divine paradigm shift that's coming in as well. Wow. Going 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 divine feminine cards on this deck. This is definitely a message from the feminine. Okay? So guys, I'm going to end this, and I'm going to hope this video takes and doesn't like cut off, because this is almost 2 hours. So yeah, now this looks like me, like bye. Thank you so much to Spirit. Thank you so much to all of you on this call. God bless you. I love you, and congratulations on any changes that have happened for you and for everybody involved. Sending you love. If you'd like a personal reading, you know how to reach me. If you would like to donate and say thank you, please do feel free to. And sometimes people ask me, what reading should I get? If you decide to get a reading with me, you can check, because Spirit will come through to you regardless. But generally speaking, if you're trying to think about spiritual service, I do have the Stepping into Mastery reading, which is my main reading, to be honest, which is for people who do have spiritual service. But go and look at what works for you, what calls you, and just know that you can't get it wrong. Okay? All right, thank you so much. Mwah. Have a beautiful day, and God bless you. Bye.